Hi. Okay, it's live. Hey guys. I know this is really impromptu, so let me know if you're here. So I'm not talking to myself, but I really wanted to come on and chat. Oh, there's 6 of you here already. I'm so happy that you're here because I really wanted to just hang out with you guys today for just like 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. Let me mute myself because apparently I had this one going as well. Whoops. Okay, I was coming on here to say just really short chat with you guys. I want to talk about the pre-order, some issues that have been going on, ARCs, the pre-order incentive that I've been scheming about. I wanted to give you guys a little, like, not a sneak peek because I don't have it, but insider access, I guess. And I really just feel like yesterday I spent the cover reveal in this weird vacuum where I was by myself all day and I was answering you guys, but I didn't feel like we were actually chatting, and I felt like I was like talking to you guys, but like alone at the same time. And I just really wanted to hang out with you and be excited about the book. So I hope that's okay. Again, let me know if you're here, if you're able to stay and chat for a bit. If you have any questions about the book, I'm kind of jumping ahead, but I made little banners. So I wanted to talk about like anything that you want to talk about the book, inspiration, whatnot. I know I shared 10 fun facts in yesterday's cover reveal video, which I did remember to link below this one if you want to watch it and you haven't yet. But I just really wanted to chat about, like, again, all the things. There's just so many good things. So, okay, first of all, if you didn't know, I've got the pre-order up on Amazon, no problem. Google Play, Kobo is good, and it's on some library sites, and I think like Vivleo. And I was trying to go wide. This is a video that I want to do at some point when I've kind of figured everything out. I wanted to go wide, which means to all vendors, and I wanted to go direct to those vendors instead of through draft to digital. So I was, in the past, I've used draft to digital, no problem. They're great. But I wanted to go direct because I've been learning that, like, if you go direct through Apple and direct through Barnes & Noble, for example, and Kobo and whatnot, you can actually use some of their marketing opportunities that you can only access on those platforms. And so I've been waiting for the last like 10 days for the book to go live on Apple. Well, not even on Apple. I've been waiting for my vendor access to be approved on Apple. And same thing on Barnes & Noble. I've got the book, but I can't pre-order it or press approve or submit the pre-order or whatever you want to call it until the vendor side of things is approved. And so this is partly my fault because I uploaded everything like kind of over the holiday weekend. It was before, but I mean, you have to factor in the fact that they weren't working, right? So I've just been waiting and waiting, and it's been like 10 days for me, but business days wise, maybe 5 business days. I don't know. And all that to say, I'm just like so ready to get the book up on Apple and Barnes & Noble for you. This is my issues banner. I just wanted to share with you guys because I know some of you want to order it on Apple and Barnes & Noble, and I just want to be like, I want you to also, and I want you to have that option, but I'm still waiting. So let me know if you have any questions about that. But yeah, let me come back to the chat. Oh my gosh, I'm not seeing all these comments. Hi, hey, Change the Stars, Dreamer, Heather, Catherine, Caitlin, Natalie, Katie, Angela, Matthew, Esty, Houston. Am I saying that right? Made friends with the like button. I love that. Thank you. And yeah, Katie, it was weird how it's always weird. The same thing happens on release day. It feels very isolating. You're like, this should be really happy. And it is. But I've learned from experience that I need to make a plan with people, like a real life, not that social media is not real, but like a physical in-person hangout with some people and celebrate that way. Otherwise, it's this weird, social media is like sometimes kind of depressing where you're connecting with people, but it's not the type of connection that your soul needs. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm explaining that right. But anyway, that was a tangent. So this is actually the perfect question. Let's see if this is coming through to StreamYard, because this is what I wanted to talk to you guys about right here. So the paperbacks. I was really, really wanting to come on specifically to talk about that because, yes, I wanted to go through Barnes & Noble. And as a side note, I thought Barnes & Noble was only US. Sorry, I sound really plugged up. I've got a little bit of a cold. I thought Barnes& and Noble was only in the US, and I was like, well, I still want to try it and do pre-orders like exclusively through them, and then I'll have the print books go live on Amazon on release day. But now I've been reading on their website that they actually supposedly go to a lot of other countries as well. And so potentially it will be available for pre-order on Barnes& and Noble very, very soon. And potentially it will be available outside the US as well for pre-order. I really, really want to do this because if you've been around for a while, you know that the other company that I've worked with in the past for print pre-orders specifically, we have some issues. So I usually use Ingram Spark. I even have a video about it and how to upload to Ingram Spark, but I just feel like it's not right for me as an indie, and I don't want to work with them if I can help it. So all that to say, I am really, really, really wanting the Barnes& and Noble vendor access to go through already so that I can press submit on this. I have like the print and the ebook all prepped, ready to go. I'm ready to press submit, but I can't until they approve me as a vendor. So I will let you guys know. If you're not following me on Instagram, I should have linked it below. It might be linked below actually, but that's probably the first place where you'd find out. And then I hopefully will also include it in like a YouTube community post. Let me know if you guys see those, but that's kind of the print pre-order plan. And so as soon as the book is live, I'm probably going to do another video if I can. It's hard with live streams. Like I've been invited to do live streams by people many times lately, and I'm just like, with the baby, I just can't. But this impromptu stuff, I can. If my mom like has him, I can just like go, oh, I'll sit down for 15 minutes and chat. So coming back to the questions, let's see. Yes, thank you, Katie. I agree. Celebrating in person is so much better. Like I loved the YouTube parties because that did feel in person. It's not that online isn't exciting, but maybe it's something about it's just a lot of very brief interactions versus like the YouTube release party was this fun, like we were hanging out, chatting, playing games, like going deeper than just thank you. I love saying thank you. I love seeing you guys share about the book, but like there's not as much depth to that as like, let's talk about the tropes or let's talk about, you know, some spoilers or things like that. So I really appreciate the live streams. And I know I just said that I have trouble doing live streams that are scheduled, but I do have it in the back pocket to try and like schedule a babysitter. I just get nervous that they're going to follow through for some reason, especially around the release day is December 5th, if you guys didn't know. So around the Christmas season, especially. Oh my gosh, you are asking the perfect questions. Like this is literally, let me show you. I even had a banner for it. Maybe. Nope, I didn't. But I actually wanted to talk about this because I just texted my friend Mandy and I was like, is it okay if I talk about the pre-order incentive that we have planned? And can I give everybody, again, not a sneak peek exactly because we haven't made it, but a behind the scenes of the planning. So I have been contemplating multiple pre-order incentives, but the biggest one that is, I'm pretty sure it's locked in now, unless Mandy changes her mind, is we are going to do, we haven't named it exactly, but like I'm going to call it a reader, gosh, what do we want to call it? A reader experience sticker sheet, a reader, I feel like there's things like this that exist and I should have looked them up beforehand. But like I'm picturing this really pretty sticker sheet with like, here's the star rating you give the book. Here's your review, like a short form review section. Here is your favorite quote. Here's your favorite this. Here's your favorite that. Maybe some stickers specific to the book. I don't know. We haven't figured it out yet. But then Mandy and I are going to brainstorm something that basically I will give you guys one sticker sheet for every book. So you can specifically review the secret gift, like a reader review, I guess would be what we'd call it. And then, in theory, if you guys like it, then she's going to put them up on her website. So like if you are the type of person who likes to review in a bullet journal, then you can use these stickers for every single book. And she's going to make basically a sticker sheet per book and maybe sell them in a pack. That's like down the road. We just got excited and we were brainstorming, but It'll be one per book in my pre-order incentives. And then my theory is I thought it sounded kind of fun to like have the sticker sheet, because then you can also put it in the book if you wanted to. So like I personally, if I get into this and I kind of want to, then I would probably like open the front flap of a book. Like here's my bullet journal. Ugh. I would probably just like open it up, and on the very first inside flap, I would put like my rating of that specific book, review, et cetera, et cetera. I think it sounds really fun, and I've never seen anything like it. So that makes me excited about it. Let me know what you think, because I'm curious if that sounds fun or if I'm in my head and it's only me that would like that. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And yes, happy day. Woo! I'm here to answer questions. So let's chat about questions too. And then I got to keep an eye on the time because I've already been here 10 minutes, and I promised myself I'd keep it short and sweet so that the, what do you call it? Baby brain is so real. The replay is interesting to watch and not too long. So I've been having trouble with Amazon Paperback writing in Google Docs because Google Docs has very limited dimensions. And while Amazon can be flexible, I get frustrated with the dimensions. So you're just kind of wanting to know how to transfer the Google Doc to Amazon Paperback? Let me know, because I'm not sure how to follow up that question. Hey, Rose. Hi, Dee. When did you start doing pre-orders as an author? This is a good question. So with my debut, it's not technically a pre-order, but I did a Kickstarter. So you can actually look up Evelyn's number on Kickstarter. And I did, what did I do? I did like tiers with like mugs and like a necklace and notebooks and all kinds of stuff, magnets. I don't remember the full details anymore because it's been like 5 years now, but it was really, really fun. So if you don't count that, even though that technically, in my opinion, is basically just a pre-order outside of the vendors, because a Kickstarter it's not the type of crowdfunding you normally see where you get to keep the money no matter what. A Kickstarter is you get to keep this money if enough people sign up to make your goal and if you actually fulfill it. So long story short, I did the Kickstarter, and then after publishing, I was like, oh, there's this thing called pre-orders. I probably should have done that. So I have done a video about pre-orders more in depth. If you want to know my story, I think you can search my name plus pre-orders, and hopefully that'll pop up here on YouTube, but I hope that makes sense. And yeah, pre-orders are a little scary, but at the same time, the scariest thing for me is you have to upload a dummy file, meaning like say the book isn't done. I mean, for me, the book is pretty much done, but I still have a few things that I want to tweak. But let's say I didn't have a book done at all and I uploaded a pre-order, then you have to put a dummy file on some websites. And this is totally normal. Authors do this all the time. I've had people be like, what's wrong with you? You shouldn't publish till the book's done. And no, even TradPub like sets up pre-orders before the book is done. But when you have to upload a dummy file, it gets a little bit nerve-wracking that somebody's going to get that instead of the actual book. So I always like try to get the actual book on the website as soon as possible, if that makes sense. Yay, I'm so glad you think so. Thank you. Is it okay to write several perspectives around the middle and to the end? Oh, that's a good question. Okay, so I'm not the expert in multi-POV, but when I have done it, and I guess I do like writing multi-POV, I always feel like it's important to have a really good balance or a really good purpose for that POV. So to explain that, I've always been more of the balance. Like I don't make sure it's this person and then this person and then this person, then back to 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Like I don't treat it that balanced, but I do try to make sure that I'm coming back to each character equally. So if you're like randomly popping in a character halfway through the story, I'm not saying it can't be done because I feel like writers do break the rules in this way. I've seen tons of writers who break writing rules and it works, but it has to be for a purpose to work. Like it has to make sense to the reader. It has to be like, whoa, I've been waiting for this person all till now, and it has to feel right. So the best way to know if you are accomplishing your goal and if it is working is to have beta readers and run it by them. And if they're like, yeah, that felt weird, then you need to listen to that. So that's why beta readers are awesome. Congratulations. Thank you, Catherine. Okay, guys, Catherine is one of my amazing friends who does cover, I want to call it cover reveal teams, but you do more than that, Catherine, right? So I should say that, okay, Amazon's totally walking up to my house right now, and I'm just going to hide behind my computer, behind my chair. That's awkward. I just lost my train of thought. So I was saying that I worked with Catherine on the cover reveal, but she actually does a ton of different cool press releases. So you should definitely check out Sapphire Ink. And Catherine, if you want to put your website in the comments for people, totally feel free. But yeah, I'm so excited you like the sticker set. It seems like really, really fun. So I hope people will like it. Yay, yay, yay. I'm so glad you guys like that. Okay, so talking about your question. I don't use Google Docs to format, but long story short, you got to use the sizes that KDP gives you if you want to use KDP. So KDP and Kindle Direct Publishing, for those of you who don't know, has a page under their help section. Click the help and then go to the left side, scroll down. I'm like looking at it in my head, and just click the, they have some formatting stuff, and then they have templates, and you're going to have to honestly use the template that they give you. You're going to have to use the sizing that they give you. So what you're saying is like, here's what I have for sizing. They have a different size. And yeah, they don't match up. Then you have to use what KDP offers you. It's really that simple. Unless you want to publish with someone else. So have you considered translating your books? Okay, this is a fun question. So Sylvia, hi from Italy. Yay, love that. I've listened to talks about it. I've dreamed about it. And yes, I would love to do it. But have I actually got it on like a 5-year plan or even a 2-year or a 10-year plan? No, because I just don't know how to do that. And so I feel like I'm so overwhelmed with the stuff on my plate right now that I just don't have space for it. And I also, speaking of other fun things, I also want to do audiobooks. So translations and audiobooks. I want to do a compilation of some books in the future. So I have all these big dreams. But I think when it comes to translations and also to audiobooks, I need to bring people on to help me because I don't think I can do it by myself. Well, obviously, I don't speak Italian, but also I feel like I would really need help. And so that is a little terrifying. Like I get intimidated by it, but yes, I hope to do it someday. Let's see here. Curious about the stickers. Yay. Okay, Heather. So in case you weren't here, if you guys are just popping on, my pre-order incentive idea that I'm working with my good friend Mandy Lynn on is I just have been calling it reader review stickers in this live. So basically, if you have any requests for like what you would want on those stickers, Mandy said I could ask you. And if you have any ideas, you could help us shape that. But yeah, it's going to be like really, really fun. And we're still brainstorming, but I have a whole like list of things that could be on the sticker sheet. And then you can either put it in the book or in a bullet journal or like a journal specific to reading, reviews, etc. So can you upload a dummy file without? So this is complicated, Catherine, because it depends. Depends on the vendor. It depends on if you're doing like a physical copy or an ebook. Ebooks, you don't have to do a lot of things because it's an ebook. You don't even have to have an ISBN number for some places like KDP. But it depends on the vendor. I'm going to leave it at that because I don't want to like tell you one thing, thinking of one vendor, and then you're on a different one. So you got to research what the vendor does. But so what you're asking is basically, do I have to write, like you're saying I'm writing in this size, do I have to change how I'm writing? You don't have to change it till the last minute, till you're formatting the book. I personally write in a pre-formatted book, but you don't have to. So when you are writing, don't worry about it. When you get to the publishing stage and you're like, I'm ready to actually get this into print, then you can just copy your document over into like a template like KDP has and format it in there, or you can use something called Vellum. I'm just going to throw that out there. I actually experimented with it for this book. Have any of you guys used Vellum that you could help Matt out? Because Vellum is essentially, it's for Apple users, but if you have like a non-Apple computer, you can rent space on the cloud, supposedly. So anybody can use it now. And it's like a one-time fee, but you can actually experiment with it before you even buy Vellum. And that's what I did. So I didn't buy it. I just actually like downloaded the like trial version, I guess you could call it. And then I put my book in, and it was a Word doc, but you could put, I'm guessing you could put your book into it, and then they will format it for you. So it takes a lot of the struggle out of that, if that makes sense. Nice. This is good. Thank you guys for helping each other. I really appreciate that. Oh, Rose, this is such a good question. Okay. I'm going to stay on for like 5 more minutes, but then I need to cut myself off. So I'm going to answer things shorter. I apologize, but am I over it? Yes and no. I think I got over it, then I went back into it, then I got over it again, and then I got back into it. So the last few days I've been reading a lot of books, or last week or so. Got 3 books back there that I've read recently. I was talking about it on Instagram. I read these Hollow Vows, and it was so good. I went out and got the second book right away. So I should be working, but I've been reading. Is it burnout though, or is it just, I don't know. Sometimes you just need breaks, So I feel like burnout is, it can be like little burnout or medium or huge, and it depends on how long you've been spending your time there. So I've been trying to give myself more space. If I feel like I'm getting tired, I take a break. If you feel like you've been in burnout for a while, my tip would be, don't expect yourself to just come out of it after a day or two. Give yourself some real relaxation, refill the creativity. I personally refill by reading books. I love, love, love reading. And if you have other things like going for a walk or whatever that just refill that creative well, I say do it. Because as much as I want to say, like, I would love to be like, let's be productive. Let's just jump back into it, push through it. I don't think that's a good idea. I feel like that'll help you in the very, very short term, but in the long term, that burnout is going to slow you down way more than taking a short couple weeks off would right now. Would love to know when to send books to editors and beta readers. I'm always confused by this. Editing first, beta readers first. So I use my beta readers as basically developmental edits, and I don't work with a developmental editor. And then after betas, I send to my copy editor typically. And I haven't been working with a copy editor as much lately. I've been doing the proofread side because I actually have copy editor training. And after 10 books, I've seen all the things that I typically get flagged on. So I know what to look for. I'm not saying I'm perfect though. So I still do proofreading. But the when is after you've done what you can. Like, don't send to betas if you're like, I already know there's this problem. Fix the problems first that you know about, then bring in help, because that's when they'll be most helpful. Thank you, Catherine. I really appreciate that. Congratulations. That's exciting. First time author advice. I feel like I could just go on about this forever. Enjoy the process. Don't let it become work. I could just say so much. I feel like my whole YouTube channel, I'm getting stumped because it's like, what do I even land on? Just enjoy the process and don't give up. And remember your goals and your why and your reason for doing it. And that's going to be what keeps you continuing on. Because if you have external goals, like I have to do this, I need to do it because other people told me I should do it, that's not going to be enough to keep you going. I have, and I don't want to because I'm too controlling. Hey, Hannah. Hi, Evian. Let me know how I say your name because I've always been wondering when I see it in the comments. It's very pretty. Thank you so much. Jessie, this is my critique partner, guys. Hi. Starting to use, I've never heard of that, taking a course from Chris Bard. Very excited about this because while I like Word, it has been tricky. I'm going to have to look into what that is, Shelby or Jean. I actually have no idea. I've never heard of that before. Okay, so you guys are welcome. Thank you for asking. And yes, I refill by reading books too. Absolutely. So before I forget, before we go any further, I just really quick wanted to say, I hinted at this in my newsletter and in my cover reveal video, but I was saying like there's a chance if you've read the first edition of the book to get the second edition for free. I just wanted to tell you, I'm still working on the details, but it will be ARC related. If you don't know, ARCs are advanced reader copies. And so they are, it's, if you haven't heard of them, it means that you get a free book in exchange for an honest review. And so I do have my own art team set up, but I have something else in the works that should be going live in November, and I'll let you guys know more in my newsletter. And long story short, it's not a guarantee for everybody. So I just wanted to let you know that, because I was like, I probably should clarify this after I had sent out the newsletter and done the cover reveal. I was like, I probably should clarify. It's not a guarantee for everyone. It'll be a limited number of people. But I just wanted to let you guys know that. And then if you have any more questions about the book, let me know, because I came on here specifically to just, be excited for a minute and hang out with you guys and actually get to talk about the book. So if you wanted to talk about, I guess I shared a lot in the 10 fun facts yesterday, but like inspiration, what's coming next, the other 2 books. If you want to know, I can give a few spoilers about that. And then also, while you guys are, if you have any questions and are writing them, I just wanted to also say upcoming videos and what to expect. I have a vlog about, I'm working on updating my website a little bit and some fun things there. And I'm going to be revealing the collector's edition Stolen Kingdom series like page with more things like the Spotify playlist and all that good stuff. And then what was the other video? The one about where I publish, when, where, why, how, etc. I'm hoping to do that soon. Let me know if you have questions about that. And then what else? I have my video list in my bullet journal. I should have pulled it up and been more prepared. That one's already done. My release checklist is coming up soon. Sorry, you can't see this. I have more vlogs coming up, and then I also recorded uploading this book to KDP. In case you're curious, it's going to be a more basic video, but I figured it's time after they've done so many updates that I should probably do an updated video. Second editions, if you have any questions about that, I have some notes, but I'd love to know if there's anything you want to know, because I want to talk about how to do a second edition. Yeah, that's just a few. I've got a bunch more, but coming back to the book. And actually, before I do that, because I know I'll forget and I want to end this live in a couple minutes, I want to talk really quick about the issues on the pre-order. So I'm going to give you inside info. I know I said this at the beginning, but Apple and Barnes & Noble have been giving me trouble. And so I just want to vent because I feel like you guys will understand. So Apple did finally go through this morning my vendor information. I forgot to say that earlier. But then when I go to click accept their agreement, it just says, let me check the page. We are currently unable to process your request. Please try again later. So I'm like, I've tried it probably 4 times since I got that, and it still isn't going through. And then for Barnes & Noble, I had told you guys I'm waiting on vendor access. So their email says, we do not have a time frame for you currently. However, you can get a step ahead while waiting and upload your book and prove the manuscripts. I'm like, okay, did that. So just wanted to let you guys know. And let me come back to the comments here and let's chat about the book for one more minute. Where did I leave off here? Yes, Mandy, I have to be honest with you guys. Like, I have thought about it and I'm just like, I just know what I want. And I feel like it's hard for me to work with others. I've always had that problem, in like groups, when you're in school and you're supposed to do a group project, I'm always like, can I just do this? And like, I'm not good at group projects. So pre-order complete. Looking forward. Yay. Thank you so much, Juanita. That makes me so happy. Did I link the pre-order below this video? I don't even know. Oh my gosh. I think I did, but I don't know. Okay. Yes, there it is. If you want to pre-order, it's actually a universal book link. If you guys are curious, it goes to this, it's like a one link that you can click on that lets everybody choose the vendor that they want to buy from after, and gives you like I wish I could show you, but you can click on it below if you want to check it out and see what that looks like. And yeah, I think I'm just like frazzled and so excited about the pre-order that I don't even know what to say. I'm just so glad it's out finally. So thank you so much. I hope you'll like the story. Huge fan from Pakistan. Oh my gosh, that's exciting. Thank you so much. Yay. I should come back to this. I could do more surprise lives if you guys didn't mind, me being impromptu. I just can't do scheduled ones very well. Thank you so much. That means a lot to see. And thank you, Sarah. Thank you. Oh my gosh. I really love the cover. Who caught the mirror, mirror on the wall reference on the cover? Did anybody catch that? The Snow White reference? Let's see. Hi, Bethany. I'm so excited to catch you on a live stream. Your blogs have been so encouraging and inspiring as I've been finishing my first novel. Oh, thank you so much, Mary. I appreciate that. Would love to know the process for doing a second edition. Okay, good. If you, I don't know if I'm going to stay on too much longer, but if you do have any ideas, like questions that you would have, let me know, because I'd be happy to like make sure I include your questions in the video. Somebody already asked one that I would not have thought of, and I can't picture it now. It's in a Google Doc somewhere. Do you love how I'm like, my stuff is everywhere? I have some things in a bullet journal, some on my computer, some on my phone. Yeah, I'm not very organized. I saw it. This is my brain. I've already forgot what I'm talking about. Oh, the universal link. Yay. Okay, I'm so happy you like the cover. Thank you, Hannah. Thank you so much. It makes me very excited to want to tell you what book 2 and 3 are, but I have rough drafts of them. They're not done yet, but book 3 is probably going to be my favorite. Good. I'm so glad you saw the universal link. So anyway, I'll come back and get rid of this banner. And thank you guys for hanging out. I'm going to cut myself off because we're at 30 minutes somehow. I'm just too chatty, but thank you for hanging out with me. I appreciate you, and I hope you have an amazing day. And thank you for hanging out with me and talking about the book. It just made my day. So thank you guys. I'll talk to you again very soon. Bye.